Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals, taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, and he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. First carry for Darius Geis. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10 and won with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really good upward trajectory.
After the turnover, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. The 8-yard line. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The wide receiver, the ball.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 40.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
To Terry McLaurin.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
To Terry McLaurin.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a run with Geis. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 18-yard line.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Brings up 2nd and...
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Working with 2nd and 5 now. This is Geis. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Haskins out of the gun. That's complete, right around the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Christian Kirk on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle it and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Drake. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a gain of 7.
From the 41, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 26.
The 26-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. And Walker has it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Haskins gets him up to the line as quick as he can. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Yeah, baby.
And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Cardinals 20.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards the pickup. First down, Arizona. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Murray to give. This is Drake.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 25-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
He was brought down by
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
From the 24, Murray.
4-yard line.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. Third quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again. Murray. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, there's young guys who can move around a lot. They keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he locates Walker, complete. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Delaney Walker, 71 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or 2 today. And I thought, a zinger or 2? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
The football going back over to Arizona now. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Fitzgerald on a slant and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. It's complete to Drake. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Murray, the quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
12 more yards.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
At the 2-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And the kick here no good. But a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Complete to Terry McLaurin.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now left side on the swing pass. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Complete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Haskins. His throw incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Murray has it knocked loose, fumble, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Washington.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And they can't bring him down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
A gain of 13.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Washington.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Is good.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Collins on the coverage.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
The Cardinals will
good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is...
picked by Kendall Fuller. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll check it down to Geis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
25 yards that time.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10.
To 2nd and 10.
Back to throw it. Murray. This is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams. 37 yards. And the Cardinals capitalize on the fumble as they turn it into 6.
Lining up for the extra.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Haskins. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Going deep for Hopkins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like,
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Third down. Here's Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Haskins pass. Intercepted. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Down to Inigo's Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
Today's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
they can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Arizona, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall